We are accustomed to using a grab bar in the bathroom on the wall for safety and independence. However, what do we use in the middle of the room where there is no convenient wall and we need mobility? This is where we can use the all-new vertical grab bar called the MedPole from floor to ceiling. Here's a 4-minute video on how to use the MedPole, no tools to install it, proper placement, body mechanics and safety, and a fun lesson to try yourself. I wanted to go over why the MedPole is such a great device and that it really solves a long felt need for what we call in the middle of the room syndrome. And that is, what do you do when you need mobility in the middle of the room? Typically a wall bar that you find in a bathroom, people that need help getting off a low surface such as the commode also need help getting off the chair and the bed. So the MedPole is installed, and it's a great device because it installs with no tools and artistically blends into the environment. As we age or have a disability, we lose our ability to be mobile and therefore at risk for falls and creating an injury. As we get old, we lose mobility in our knees and our hips, which causes our biomechanics, our body mechanics, to depreciate, which prevents us from standing up properly. So to go over biomechanics, I want to do a quick lesson. I want to have everyone sit back in a chair, so find a chair for yourself, and sit back in the chair comfortably and do not lean forward, do not keep your feet, don't pull your feet back, and don't lean forward, and try to stand. You'll find as you try to begin to process that, it's almost impossible to stand without leaning forward and pulling your feet back. Because naturally we all scoot forward in our chair, lean forward, get our foot back, and we stand. This is the proper body mechanics for standing. But as we age or have pain or have fear or lack of confidence, we sometimes compensate and we lose our mobility for standing. If we don't have good hip flexion, knee flexion, and mobility in our ankles, and we have some pain or lack of confidence, we're going to have a deficiency in standing. We may not be able to lean forward far enough, get our feet back, therefore standing becomes difficult. And that's where the MedPole becomes a great device. It allows the proper mechanics for standing to easily happen, whether you're getting out of a bed or a chair. So with the MedPole, you'll find that a person can get their head over their knees, get their feet back, and have the confidence to stand. And once standing, you have the 360 degrees of mobility to transfer from a bed to a chair and reducing your risk for falls. So also, while we're in bed or the chair, you always want to have the MedPole in a placement where it's going to facilitate the proper body mechanics. And that is leaning forward, getting your head over your knees to get your feet back and pulling yourself up. Again, the 360 degrees mobility gives you the confidence to perform a transfer safely. So once again, I want to go over the MedPole. You want it to be placed in a spot where it's going to facilitate the proper body mechanics for standing. Get to the end of the chair, and you can also use the MedPole to help you get to the end of the chair. Lean forward, get your foot back, and pull yourself up. If you have a deficiency in any of those mobilities due to the back, hips, knees, or ankles, the MedPole will help you pull yourself up even though you don't have the proper mechanics to facilitate an easy sit to stand position. Again, if you have a deficiency in your hips or your back or your knees, you can use the MedPole, and you can see I'm not leaning forward and I'm still able to pull myself up. So the MedPole becomes a necessity to help someone to stand. Basically, it's a necessity for someone to be independent. I'm Mike with MedPole. Thank you.